Hey guys, it's Corey and I'm back with an Anthem video. So the release of Anthem is in a couple of days, and to be honest, I'm getting quite concerned for what the full game's actually going to be like. In this video, I'm going to be talking about some of the main things that worry me and some of my main concerns for the game. Before we go any further, I'd just like to apologise for the gameplay footage you're about to see. While it's some Rainbow Six Siege, it's not my best match. I didn't actually manage to record any Anthem gameplay, just for the fact that I didn't have my editing software at the time, but this gameplay should suffice for the purpose of this video. So let's jump straight in. So the first thing that we're going to be talking about in this video is the open world biomes that may appear within Anthem. At the moment we only really got to see one, which was the mountainous wooded area that was very green. To be fair, games like Destiny do it pretty well, where they've got different areas such as Earth, Titan, Io, Nessus, that sort of thing. But a game like Anthem needs to have that. It needs to have that diversity, that different thing. If the game doesn't have that, then it's going to get really boring pretty quickly. Well, I don't think it'll be with us at launch sort of thing. It might be with us in the future in one of the DLCs that they're going to bring out for the game. That's not a problem at all. I don't mind waiting for that because it's worth the wait in the end. If they bring out an area like Warframe did with Fortuna, and they had the Plains of Eidolon, they were two totally different areas, different enemies, different things, different factions even, and that just added that kick into the gameplay. It really changed it. And if Anthem doesn't have something like this, then I think it might sort of fall flat a bit at the 6 months to 9 month mark, and a lot of people will just stop playing because they'll be bored of what they're seeing. There's only so many times that you can sort of play through a certain cave or dungeon, and I think that's what would ruin it for me for Anthem, is if there was only a certain sort of few areas you could go to. I really want there to be diversity in the open world. The second thing we're going to be talking about is the in-game matchmaking system in Anthem. So the in-game matchmaking system within Anthem itself needs to be down to a T from the start. If we don't have the sort of thing like the Division did, where you could matchmake for endgame content, it's going to be a killer for the game. A lot of people in modern games don't get to try out the endgame content like Destiny that does with raids or anything like that, because they can't find a team. There's no in-game way to find a team. In games like Warframe, they offer the open chats, so you can talk to people in a recruitment chat or a region chat to see if they want something to do. Destiny, you have no way other than trying to find people in the tower or even on an LFG website as a third party thing. At least with the Division, you matchmake with randoms, but you have the chance to get a team that might be able to do the activity you want. In Destiny, you could find a team that might not be able to do the activity you want, but you've gone to the hassle of trying to get them to be able to do the mission that you want them to do or the raid that you want them to do. If Anthem could bring out a matchmaking system for endgame content straight away, at least with it being randoms, that'd be amazing. If it's just for hard mode and not for the Grandmaster mode, still, it's endgame content, and that'll keep people coming back. If there's nothing in it, then there won't be any point in people playing it. So the third thing that I'm going to be talking about is the legendaries and masterworks that arrive with Anthem. In games like Destiny and Destiny 2, especially Destiny 2, they didn't have that much variety. Some of the guns were even rehashed from the first game with the same effects, same stats, same balance within the game, and that's terrible. That's a terrible practice for a AAA title in today's sort of gaming industry. If Anthem does stuff like this, it's not acceptable. People are going to get bored of it. People won't want to play it. It's not worth playing if there's not a diverse amount of different things to get. People play looter shooters to get the loot. They don't play because they want to get the same gun over and over again in hopes that they get a different gun, because that's got a different rarity. People play looter shooters because they want a certain gun with the best stats. They want to min-max them. They don't mind getting the same gun as long as it's different. Destiny 2 did it with static rolls. Nobody wanted that. Nobody wanted to get the same gun 5 times for it to be exactly the same with the exact same perks on it. It was too easily manipulated in the meta, which is just terrible. I know there won't be a PvP mode within Anthem, but at least there'll be a lot of endgame PvE content like the Cataclysms and the Shaper Storms. And if we're able to play these with a lot of different weapons or a load of different builds, then that's good. But if they don't add that in, if they don't have that from the start, people are just going to get bored. They won't get to the point where the global events are a big thing. That's not going to come about because there won't be enough people to play it. Or the people that do will be the casual players that only play for maybe 2 hours a week, 3 hours a week, a couple of nights, but they can't have static roles or a lack of legendaries. There needs to be a lot of things within the game for people to explore. They need that. And finally, we're going to be talking about the global events that come with Anthem, whether that be Cataclysms or Shaper Storms. They need to offer a good amount of loot. They need to be worth farming. They need to be worth doing. A game like The Division did it pretty well, where the global events gave you event-specific masks that were collectible, and you got them from doing different challenges. And a lot of people liked that because it gave them something to do. Warframe does events like the Acolytes, or they have the Fomorian, like spaceships that you go and destroy. They're really good events. They give people something to do for a week, maybe 2. I know with Warframe it's more for a couple of days, but it just gives people things to do. If the game's, say, 6 months in its lifespan, and people are already at the end game content and they're doing that week in, week out, it gets boring. But with a decent global event, that can then go, oh right, we'll do this for 2 weeks or a week. We'll do something different. It'll be totally different, and then when they come back to being able to play the normal content, it's a bit more fresh. They've got a little bit more time of, oh yeah, I'll still play this, it'll still be good. And in a game like Anthem, it really needs it. With it being so open world, it needs things to be done within the game. If there isn't that many things, like I've said previously, people will just fall off. They won't want to play, and that's just not what it wants to be. I'm hoping with Anthem that it stays popular for a good while, just for the fact that I like playing it. I liked playing the demo. I really enjoyed it. I know a lot of people that were skeptical about the VIP demo and the normal demo that came out, but I think these people had too high expectations for the game. They were being too critical of it. They weren't seeing the game for what it really was. While I can see why people have their sort of their opinion on EA and what BioWare's been doing recently, they shouldn't just write off Anthem. It's not fair for a game, and it's definitely not good with how journalism and things like that in the media today is, because writing something off before it's even been released can kill a game. We saw that with Mass Effect Andromeda. The minute that came out, that was bombarded with bad media, and it's been left to die. The same thing is pretty much happening with Fallout 76 right now. That's had so much controversy that a lot of people, myself included, have just left the game. I won't go back to it personally. I don't like how the game plays, and I don't like the bugs that I encountered. Even if those bugs got fixed, I don't think it's worth playing, just out of sheer disrespect that Bethesda gave to us as consumers, especially for me, because I bought the Power Armor edition. I didn't get my bag. The helmet was crap. I'm just hoping that Anthem does it right. That's all I really hope for, and the global events need to be right. They just need to work. So that's everything that I wanted to touch upon within this video. I just sort of wanted to voice my opinion on some of the things that concern me. Feel free to share your opinions down below. Feel free to like, comment and subscribe, and just share your thoughts in general. If you like my content, consider subscribing and hitting the bell notification so you're notified when I upload. Every like, every subscribe means the world to me. So yeah, see you soon.